Good morning and welcome everyone. This is Michael Venezia. I'm the head of the equity trading division here at Tradeview Markets, and this is Friday, June 26th. Okay, where do we stand here with the overall markets geopolitically, and then we'll get into specific situations. Okay, overnight the Shanghai Composite, do your homework on that one, was down 7%. Fine. We have EU, Europe rebounded nicely. Obviously we're waiting on Greece. Something's got to be done sooner or later. You know, it's really driving our markets and keeping us on the sidelines, so to speak. But you know what? There's enough volatility where we can play individual names. But unfortunately, with these dramatic future moves, if you will, sometimes a good position can get wiped out on any type of news. So I'm not really suggesting, or I don't suggest actually, to put stops in on buy orders, but definitely, you know, keep your stops closer on your positions and get rid of your losers, because they're going to get worse in this type of market, believe me. Anyway, let's get down to the action, what happened yesterday and what's going forward. Well, you know, there's no need to talk about it. I talked about it on yesterday's webcast. It was Netflix. Here we go. First of all, let's keep in mind of the SPYs. This is the daily chart of the SPYs. We're still in a range-bound mode, 2 days down. Decent volume last 2 days. You can equate to that to some sort of rebalancing, and today actually is the beginning of the quarter. Let's look at Netflix. Okay. Netflix pulled an AMBA. Okay, everybody was watching for this parabolic type of move. AMBA made the move down, as we've seen in the past webcast this week, because of a firm recommended selling its shorts at a $60 price target, whatever the reason. But you see this day down here, how it had huge volume and continued. So you know what? Netflix did the same thing, same reaction, but a different situation. Netflix, as you know, broke out here. This was earnings. The stock, since the beginning of April, was 525 to 708, basically a 200-point move, so whatever it is. Okay. 2 days ago, Carl Icahn came out and said that he was selling his Netflix position. Arguably one of the greatest trades of all time. I've done my research about it, and there's probably even going to be a book about it. But anyway, so after Carl Icahn said he was selling Netflix, the stock went from 703 and closed down to 626 on tremendous volume. Very similar to what AMBA did. And yesterday morning, I came in and the futures were up a little bit, and Netflix was down $7 pre-open. Now, granted, it was on low volume or anything, but you know, an analyst came out, Citigroup, ironically, came out and also downgraded it. You know, I don't know how he saw fundamentals of any picture changing with that run-up. He probably piggybacked Carl Icahn, but it is what it is. So anyway, as you see, this is where Netflix closed at 679. The stock opened at 671. Went down to 655 without a commercial and bounced. Now, why did Netflix bounce at 656? That breakout right here. This is where you give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, you go to 648. But you know what? It's obviously a thin stock, but this was a chance to get it at 653. I did not do it. Here we go. Twice it bounces off 653, and you have a nice run. So where it goes today, I'm not really sure. It could be flushed out. It could be a function of the market. But let's go on to Facebook again. Here was the daily line on Facebook. The stock went from 84 basically to 88. And you know what? If you have a good run like this, you're going to expect to give a little bit of money back. So the stock was down 70 cents yesterday. I would definitely buy that on any pullback. Cree Research. This was a stock right here that had earnings. The futures opened up yesterday. The stock opened down 28.52, right? This 27.12 without stopping. Still weak right there. Another stock I was interested. Micron's a stock we talked about this morning. Had earnings, was a darling at $36, but if you can look about 5 years ago, the stock was at $5, so it was really a product, it's really a cycle and demand-driven stock, if you will. So the stock came out with earnings, actually traded as high as $24.75, and right now, MU's trading around $20 a share, so let's keep that in mind. We have the 200-day at $17.73, that's a bad move. Micron's down 10% pre-open. Let's look at other stocks that I like short. I gave the family Green Mountain Coffee short yesterday, actually. This is a stock that had once it broke a yearly low, that's all you needed to hedge any type of longs in this type of market. And you know what? The same with NAV. I've been tweeting about these two stocks. This is once it broke a year low. You know, it came down, and these are safe situations to play against the market. And everybody asked me, Michael, you know, you're trying to short Netflix off year highs or anything like that. These stocks don't work. As a matter of fact, I shorted SWS. I shorted Skyworks Solutions because that's the third one besides Netflix and AMBA of the one that's up in a parabolic move, over will. So you know what I did? I anticipated it. I sweated the trade the whole day, and I am actually still in it right now. I don't like it. And I was anticipating something instead of showing me what to do. I'm short Best Buy overnight. This is the daily on Best Buy right here. Breaks the 200-day. This is a long-term chart. I happen to like this. So anyway, going forwards with Friday, we have MU in focus, we have Netflix, we have Facebook. Crude is still hovering around the $60 level. So listen, just play the stocks in play. The healthcare stocks were in play. Potash was in play yesterday. Best Buy was in play yesterday. So with that being said, there's going to be some volatility into the close with this uncertain Greek outcome. Trade if you will and take overnight positions. Be prepared to have a big winner or a big loser. Just make sure they fit the criteria, because if they don't work, the stocks with range, price action, and volume are usually the most forgiving. You don't get hurt that much. But until then, everybody, trade well, keep your stops tight, do your homework, and we'll see you Monday. Thank you.